Merciless and savage, green-skinned humanoids that are spread throughout the galaxy. Barbaric alien creatures who outnumber countless other species, even humanity. So as always, I'm your host Abz, and you know what? It's time to try a simple, straightforward, and you could say a beginner's lore video on this massive IP. So here are the Orks in Warhammer 40K lore. The Orks are warlike aliens who have an unquenchable thirst for battle, but unfortunately many Ork tribes have spent much of their time fighting amongst themselves. They would wage brutal wars against one another, with only the strongest surviving. Occasionally, a mighty Ork leader would emerge, who could defeat his rivals and unite the warring tribes. His success would lead to other tribes drawing towards him. As more Orks would gather, the more Orks are drawn towards them. The power and intelligence of the Greenskins is always in their numbers. And soon after, a huge military campaign called the War would be underway to unleash their wrath on the galaxy with mindless violence and bloodshed. The Orks' numbers increase rapidly, and their kind can even be seen living in extreme environments, such as death worlds and newborn planets. With Orks, they're pretty simple. They don't waste time pondering or strategizing, they just get right to it. Their way of life is straightforward, which is war, and is why many Orks don't have a very long life. Orks instinctively obey their superiors, who are those that are larger and deadlier than them, as long they're a healthy shade of green. And most Orks would rather die than bow to the will of non-green skin. The rulers of Ork society are the most powerful Orks, known as warlords or warbosses. A great and powerful Ork can rule the war for a while, but stringing together multiple victories and finding ways to mass infantry and war machines to crush targets will also require the Ork to be cunning. Fortunately, the combination of brains and brawn is rare amongst Orks, although the rise of such a leader shakes the entire galaxy. Some of the darkest moments in the Imperium's history are the result of massive Ork wars. But the many factions within are always prone to break apart at any time, unless the dominant Ork can hold the war together. An individual Ork's allegiance is to his warband or tribal warboss, rather than his clan, and therefore inter-clan rivalry is common in most Ork tribes. If an Ork tribe is beaten by another, stronger tribe, the defeated Orks welcome the opportunity to be led into battle by a new leader of even greater power. So the Orks thrive on conflict, survival of the fittest, the strong rise, while the weak become subservient to their superiors. But any differences they may have, they will put it to one side whenever there is an opportunity to attack a common foe. The Ork's physique itself is so strong that it can withstand massive punishment. They surprisingly feel little pain from even the most serious wounds, still allowing them to fight when horribly injured, and even for a short while, after technically being dead. A typical Ork is about the same height as the average human male, although he would be much taller if he was standing straight instead of bent over, which is their normal posture. And the Ork's frame is extremely muscular and solid, with leathery tough skin. The regeneration process of the green skin is so powerful that a dismembered Ork can simply be stitched back together, stunned but ready to fight again. Nothing but the most serious wounds will burden an Ork for too long, and burning them to ashes is known to be the only way to make them disappear for good. They have an ultra-violent sense of humour, as pain and fear mean very little to them, so they are very curious and amused when they hear the reactions of their weaker foes as they slash them apart. Their weaponry consisted of slapped-together technology, which are unique, barbaric, and also quite random to be honest, but ultimately, no matter how far humanity has travelled within the galaxy, they discovered that the Orks were either already there waiting for them, or would soon be there to launch their signature attacks. And that, my friends, is a quick, digestible, beginner's look into the Orks in Warhammer 40k lore. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more similar content like this, and a special thank you to the channel and Patreon members for your extra support as always. I really do appreciate it. I'm your host Abz, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.